Yeah, 12:23 back live in studio. Who we got a good friend of yours coming up here, don't we, Lou? I think.
Well, Kim Spencer's on the line, and Kim's a trusted advisor and colleague of mine. We've been working together for quite some time. She's with Real Estate Homeward here in Toronto, but actually Kim works up north in the Northumberland area. Kim, are you with us?
I am too.
Hi, Kim.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing, guys?
Good.
Happy
Good.
Sunday.
So you're a specialist in the Northumberland area, Durham, Kawartha Lakes as well, Prince Edward County, all those great communities up there. I know you've been working for quite some time. And I mean, I obviously often on the show, mostly on the show, we talk about Toronto real estate.
Yep.
But there's a whole other world out there because a lot of these folks that are selling their wonderful, great homes in Toronto are moving up north. They're not necessarily moving to Florida or Arizona or wherever it happens
Just want to
be.
get out of the big
they
city,
are
right?
moving
Yeah.
up north, and that's when someone like Kim comes in. And Kim, you're seeing a lot of people moving up north, are you not?
Absolutely. We're seeing a certain contingent selling their Toronto homes, especially in this crazy market.
Because they can cash out well, right?
Big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They come out, they get twice the house, and they quite often will keep a condo in Toronto if they're still working. But, get a family home that's in the country, maybe a bit of a quieter lifestyle.
Are we talking baby boomers more often than not, Kim?
It's really kind of, that would be the majority. You're getting the odd, group in their 30s, but most of them are 40s, 50s that are kind of winding down.
No mortgage.
And with internet, high-speed internet, they're saying, okay, you know what, we'll do
They're
3
able to
days
work.
a week at home.
Oh, do you have internet up there?
We do.
I don't go.
We finally got it.
I'm teasing.
They have it for computers now.
But, a minute ago, Kim, we were talking about New York because John and I both love New York, and I spent a lot of time in New York and whatever.
I know.
And,
Who doesn't love New York?
From a value perspective, this is the complete opposite thing. Like, I've got some clients that are moving down there, and they have to blow the budget to buy something. Whereas when you're talking about real estate in Northern Ontario, in some of these absolutely beautiful pockets like where Kim works, somebody could sell, their home here in East York or wherever they happen to be, cash out pretty well. And if they don't have much of a mortgage, Kim's absolutely right. You buy a nice condo down here that you can manage, no problem. You can have it as your secondary principal residence, and then you have one up where Kim is. It's amazing.
Yeah, and most of these people aren't more than an hour out of the city.
Which is great.
But it's just a whole other lifestyle. And the thing is, too, your price ranges go from, every range. So you can kind of pick. And it's not like the city where if you pick a lower price range, you're not getting necessarily a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, so give us an example. Can you give us an example?
You can get a detached home on some acreage for anywhere from, $250,000 to $2 million. I've got a fantastic, almost 7,000 square foot Frank Lloyd Wright, just to die for home, 30 acres. It has the stream, the pond, the whole 9 yards.
Well, pictures, please.
Yeah, on the website, $1.3 million-ish. And then you can get something, on 10 acres, 5 acres, a smaller 3-bedroom home that maybe needs a bit of work or something for $253,000. So you've got everything in between.
You can sell. I mean, if, someone like, well, not my folks, but a little younger, say in their 60s or 70s. I mean, if you've got a paid-off bungalow or 2-story in Toronto proper, you can move out there and be J.R. Ewing. Like you've got a
Exactly.
ranch. That's insane.
Exactly.
That is excellent.
Well, but one of the things, though, I do caution people when you happen to, if you're a Torontonian like I am, I do from time to time do business in Northern Ontario, but I rely on someone like Kim to help me because the real estate, not only in terms of real estate values and the acreage and the language and all that, it changes. So not all realtors are the same in their expertise level. I would never tackle a project up there unless I really, really do my homework or work with Kim in most cases because it's just different.
Yeah, different financing rules, too.
Yeah, the financing rules are different. The way that the properties are set up is they have septic systems and stuff. We don't have that down here. It's not something
You're on city water,
right. We have all these different. The waters need to be tested up there. You're looking at water pressure and Kim knows that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that stuff.
Kim,
There's a lot of stuff to know.
There is. I know.
Is there really hot little pockets like a Bracebridge or Collingwood? Is there specific areas that are red hot?
You know what? I think there's little hot pockets in every small area. Yeah. There's the people that don't mind going a little bit further out that go out to the county. They like the wine country and that lifestyle. A lot of people don't want to go the 2 hours, so you've got other hot little pockets that are, right now, Scugog is pretty hot. You've got Uxbridge, Stouffville, out to the west, Erin and Fergus. And so there's little hot pockets all over the place. It kind of depends. Some people, live in Mississauga. It's easier for them to go west, blah, blah.
Yeah. Now, there's also a lot of options for people, too, that we don't have down here, per se, and that is when it comes to building. So, because Kim and I actually have a great property up north that is listed. It's buildable. You can build your dream home on it, basically. But the option is, Kim, whether someone moves up north to build from scratch their beautiful home, dream home, or they buy something that's a resale. So
yeah, and some people, if you have a vision, a lot of people have a dream and a vision that they want to build something very specific. I've got land from $90,000 to $800. The one you're talking about in particular is just one of those they aren't making anymore. It is 30 acres plus panoramic, and I mean, you're just never going to replace this. Views that go on for miles. It has a bit of a history, a spiritual history, and it's just, for somebody who buys it, it's a one of a kind.
It's your last house, right? The last one you're going to live in.
Yeah, and I mean, there's things in place already on it. There's a beautiful well on it with the water. That's the one thing too in the country. You just you'll fall in love with the water if it's a good well and you've got good water. You just can't beat that.
Plus I know I've heard companies advertising on this radio station. They're actually building bungalows up there. Something you don't get in Toronto. Nobody builds bungalows here anymore because there's just no space.
But those bungalows are 4,000 square feet.
Yeah, exactly right.
Actually, that's funny because I've always liked a two-story, but when I built my last house out here, I built a bungalow because I knew that there was a huge market for it.
Right. Love bungalows.
And sold very quickly. So I think, that's the thing about building on your own. You can pick whatever you want.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Well, it was great talking to you. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you. You too.
Love that word bungalow. It's so rare these days,
It's great. So if you want any information about some of these great properties that we have, and Kim and I work often together, and you're thinking about moving in that direction, moving up north, give me a call or just go directly to my website and contact me there by email.
Those numbers are 416-705-1444 and connect with Lou.com. Lou.com. Lots more Real Estate SOS coming up here on Talk Radio AM